A brilliant performance by this young man.
Well, James, great to be able to catch up off the back of what was your best ever weekend in supercars. Now that the dust has settled on your very first pole position, tell me what the reaction's been like, but also how you're feeling about how you achieved that success.
Yeah, it's obviously a pretty special achievement. Something I've always wanted to tick off the list. You know, there's obviously a lot of things there we want to achieve as well beyond this, but yeah, to get the first pole was just an amazing feeling. I think the build up to, you know, the last few years, sort of struggling a bit and, you know, been fluctuating a lot up and down the field, to get a pole position was just unbelievable. The feeling I got when I crossed the line, as you could probably see from the replay there, was just phenomenal.
Everybody glued to the monitors as he gets to the line, and Joe Golding has got a Boost Mobile pole. What a fantastic lap.
How validating was that to know you really belong here?
You know, we've had glimpses where we've been close to the top, and also different sessions, you know, practices and things, so that's one thing, but you don't necessarily know until it's a proper qualifying or race session. And yeah, to get the pole, it really cemented that, you know, I think I'm going to be there for a long time to come, and that we've got some really great things to achieve.
The format was a little bit different, so you had to, you know, you took the provisional pole on the Friday, you had to sweat on it Friday night and come back and replicate that on Saturday, and you were able to do that. Did you have a feeling on Saturday going into the shootout that you could achieve it, that you were going to walk away with that pole position you'd been chasing for so long? Yeah,
I knew that I could do it, but I wasn't like, if I get my lap, I'm going to definitely be on pole. It's just so tight nowadays. So yeah, when I actually did it, it was, yeah, just phenomenal. I think that was probably the bigger thing for me, rather than just the pole in the qualifying, but then having to do it again and replicate it in a higher pressure situation, and just made it mean even more.
You're a really humble guy, and you often reference, you know, the journey and the path that you've been on. So just take us back to those early days when you were working for Gary Rogers. He had you on the tools and you were desperate to get an opportunity to be a race car driver. How do you actually think that experience has moulded you to be the driver that you are today?
Gary's way about going about things is sort of the old-fashioned way, and you know, you do the hard work and you get rewarded, which I think's great, and it really keeps you grounded. You know, my early days doing my apprenticeship at Gary Rogers as a mechanic, it obviously taught me a lot about the cars and that sort of thing, but also kept me grounded in the fact that now when I'm driving the car, or even after the race or whatever, I'm thinking about from the mechanic side of it as well. Whatever I can do to help the mechanics is going to make them do their job better, which is going to make my car go faster, and same with engineers and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's really helped me, particularly in the last couple of years, coming into Premiair, Nulon Racing, building the team up. You know, we've had a lot of different people come and go, but helping sort of build the morale and also get good people on board the team and really get it to where it is today has probably come down to how I've been taught.
So tell me about your dynamic with your race engineer, Romy Mayer. She is an absolute gun. How does she make sure she gets the best out of you, and how do you challenge her?
Yeah, it's a new dynamic for me. Obviously, we're working with a female engineer. It's the first time, and yeah, it's pretty new still. We've only started working since the start of the season, and we've come a long way. There's been a lot of not arguments, but you know, when you're in pressure moments.
Debate.
That's right. Yeah. So it's not all sunshines and rainbows. Yeah, we've worked really hard on it, to be honest. Away from the race, we don't get too many races, you know, in the Supercars Championship, and also test days as well. So we need to work as hard as we can to improve that relationship and communication. So when we are at the track, we're performing as best we can. Yeah, but it's just awesome. She's really great to work with. She's very thorough. She goes through everything, and she always keeps me on it with what I need to do and give her as well, in terms of feedback and those things. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. We still want to improve as well. There's a couple of areas where we need to get better, but like anything, it takes time, and I'm sure that yeah, well, we're obviously getting close, coming to get a pole position. That doesn't happen without those sort of things pretty good.
So what's next?
what's next? Podium and race win. Yeah, I think it's definitely the next boxes to tick off. If we can keep our pace up, which we're confident we will, we're really just targeting that top 5 sort of area. If we're consistently up there, I think the podium and race win's going to come on the day.
I know you're a competitive beast. You don't need to be motivated, but just having that taste of success, what impact does that have on you for the rest of the year and chasing it hard?
Oh, it's definitely made me more toey to get it now, more than ever. I know we've been close to podiums, but the fluctuation is what makes you question it sometime, and now it's just you know it's there. It's just doing it. So yeah, I'll be doing anything and everything in my power to make it happen.